Hello, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Lauren.
And this is I've Got Guts, a podcast about living and thriving with chronic illness.
And all the things that take guts to say out loud.
We're here to talk about the hard stuff, the stuff that's messy, complicated, and often left unsaid.
From chronic illness to everyday life, we're creating space for honest conversations, real connection, and a lot of laughs along the way.
And just so we're clear, we are not medical professionals. We're just two best friends sharing what we've learned and what we're still figuring out.
So you don't have to do it alone.
Hello, everyone.
And welcome back.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. We're so happy you're sharing your Monday with us.
We're also happy because it's February break.
It is February break, so it's just a nice little week off for us. But if you don't have a week off,
I'm sorry.
We're sorry, but that's all we have to say there.
Hope you're surviving winter.
All right, let's get into our thorns and roses.
All right, what should we do first?
Let's do thorns. Why don't you go first, Rome? I feel like we were just saying we were talking about thorns and roses. You've just been in recovery mode from surgery, so
so my thorn is I'm still recovering. Weird. I felt good toward the end of last week. So one day I was like, I'm gonna go run a couple errands. So I went to two places. I went to Target and Wegmans. Didn't even do that much.
And how'd it go?
I thought I was gonna die at the end of the trip.
Right, because you don't have your stamina.
Oh my God. Plus the getting in and out of the car and pushing a shopping cart around. And I didn't even get anything that heavy, but carrying that one bag inside. I literally got inside and I was like, I just ran 4 marathons. And I've been really, really, really sore since. It's almost like all my nerve endings are coming back to life. And it's I can really feel what's going on inside of me.
I'm sure. But your incisions are healing well. Everything's looking good.
Incisions are healing. We had a little scare last night. The surgical glue started coming off, but not fully. So it started to catch on everything. And every time it caught on something, I was like, ow, ow, ow. So I Googled it and it said to cut the edge that's catching things off, but then put a Band-Aid over because you don't want to rip.
No, you don't want to rip it.
Infection can happen. So I have 2 neon green Band-Aids on.
There you go. Very fashionable.
That's, my cyclical thorn the last couple of weeks. What's yours?
And you're going to talk to the doctor this week, right?
Yes, I have my post-op this week.
So next podcast, we'll be able to have a full update on what's going on.
What really happened during my surgery because it's still a mystery.
Dun, dun, dun. It's nothing like going through recovery and not knowing what's happening here.
Seriously.
Oh.
All right, Rum, what do you got for us?
All right. So, my thorn is... everybody, drum roll, please. Please guess what you think my thorn is.
Does this make 6 in a row? 6 episodes in a row?
It might be. My esophagus. It's just not going well, Rome.
What, 3 days till you're stretching?
3 days to my stretching. And it's honestly, it's really bad. It's really bad. I have not been able to eat a full meal in, I don't know. I can't even tell you when. It's been a really long time. And it's just starting to wear on me, especially I think we just had Valentine's Day, right? And even leading up to that, just everybody's eating and meals and food and just everybody's always eating.
Everybody's always eating.
Can somebody do something else besides eat? And it's been really hard. It hit me over the weekend, at the start of the weekend. I just broke down. Sean made pot roast or whatever it was, and I made a plate, for all of us, and I'm sitting there watching them eat, and I cannot get it in me. I can't. And I went downstairs. I was in the basement, and it was right before Valentine's Day, and I'm like, guys, I'm doing gifts down here. Nobody come down.
And you just cried.
I just went down and I cried because I'm hungry, but I'm not hungry. I want to eat food, but I can't go down. Mm-hmm. The pain and the ache in my esophagus is no other, and this is really wearing on me.
Yeah, I know.
So, okay, here's the whole other thing. I think I told you this like a couple of, I think it was like December, early January. I told you this, that I had this free 2-hour mindset virtual event that I had planned. And I think I was going to do it like right around your surgery, like February 4th, 5th, right around then. And I was questioning doing it. I felt like, how can I host an event and teach about mindset when I'm like not well? I felt like I was a fraud, and I'm like literally in the thick of it. I'm crying. I'm using these tools that I teach on, right? But it's not going well and I don't feel well. So how am I supposed to like do this event? So I was putting it off. I'm like, forget it. I'm a mess. I'm an absolute mess. And then this weekend, when I was crying on the basement floor alone while I was pretending to wrap Valentine gifts, I realized that my gut was pulling me to do it. I'm like, I have to do this. Like I said I was going to do it. I committed to doing it. I'm going to do it. And it's because I'm not like teaching theory, or I'm not teaching these certain things. I'm teaching literally lived experience, lived practice. And it's the exact tools that I've been using daily to calm my nervous system and shift my emotions and just honestly get through the day, because it's been hard. And that's why I decided to just do this damn event and get it done, because it's on my heart and I want to do it, right? And I named it, ready?
Oh, ready.
When things feel heavy, aka this is how I feel right now. So heavy, like it literally, a weight is on me. A place to land, a 2-hour reset for your mind, heart, and nervous system.
Oh, I like that. That's
okay,
catchy.
does it feel nice for you?
Yeah, it feels nice.
So I named it the whole idea of like a place to land, because sometimes we don't need fixing, right? We don't. We just need somewhere safe to go, to exhale before you take a next step in whatever you're doing. And that's kind of like every time I call and talk to you, Room, I feel like you're my place to like just vent and talk about it and be. And that's what I want to be for people. Yep. Not everybody has you.
No, not everybody has a you either. I know. I always feel bad for people who don't have a me or you.
I know. So basically, everyone, spoiler alert, I'm creating this event for myself, for what I need for me right now. And maybe you're listening and you need something too. So it is going to be this Thursday, February 19th. Yeah, I'm doing it in 4 days from now, because
day after anesthesia.
I'm also giving it the day after anesthesia. You're going to get real fun, Lauren.
For a real show.
You're going to get extra fun, Lauren, on February 19th at 7:30 p.m. And we can put the link in the show notes. And, if you can't be online, still register, because there's going to be a replay. So, but I'm just going to be teaching on all the things I'm using right now.
Your strategy.
To survive. Toolbox, my whole big toolbox. I got a large one. So back to my thorny thorn. My endoscopy and stretching come on Wednesday. Room, that's 3 days.
Yeah.
So relief is coming, and I just keep telling myself that this is a season and this is not forever.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's hard, though, when the season is hard.
The season feels like it's been 5 million days long.
I know.
But here we go. So that was my thorn, and I can't wait to eat a meal again. And I just want to give a quick plug.
Okay.
For the celiacs, the Rochester celiacs. So I met Lydia, who we did the pancake breakfast with, and a couple of the other ladies at the pancake breakfast, and we're supposed to go to dinner tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I messaged them. I'm like, guys, I can't go. Like, I can't eat, and we're going to the classic.
Oh, yeah, you want to eat when you go there.
These lovely ladies were like, we will go somewhere where there's soup.
Aww.
I go, no, you don't want to change. Like, we were all excited about the classic. Yeah. Not everybody's been. These ladies were so wonderful, and we're going to the 110 tomorrow to enjoy dinner there so I can get soup. Is that not the sweetest thing? Okay, so I get soup and then a stretching and then hopefully food again.
It's going to be a nice week for you.
It's going to be a good week for me. All right, let's do our roses. What's yours?
Mine's so simple. I mean, what really I've been doing other than sitting here and recovering, but everyone's been talking about the show The Pit. And everybody's talking about it. I don't even know what it is. Tell me more. It's a hospital show.
Wait, you did tell me about this.
Okay. And I've been wanting to watch it. I started and I was like, I think Anthony's going to want to watch this with me. So for weeks now, I've been trying to plug it. I'm like, so-and-so says it's really good. And Anthony's like, nope, I don't watch medical shows. I'm like, winning all these awards. And he's like, nope, I don't watch medical shows. Weeks. And then his friend Jim is like, dude,
of course.
I was up all night watching The Pit. And Anthony's like, we could watch The Pit. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Anthony.
So we literally, from yesterday to today, or the day before, 3 days, watched season 1. We're on season 2 now.
Okay,
it's so good.
so
It's
good.
literally every episode is 1 hour in time. And everyone says it's the most realistic ER show you could possibly watch. And when you watch it, you're like, holy shit, what these people go through in one shift is insane. By the 3rd episode, you're like, it's been 75 days. And you're like, it's been 3 hours.
That's wild.
Stressful. But so interesting to see the behind the scenes. And it gives me a little, I feel like, empathy for the people who are behind the scenes. And when we go there, we're frustrated because we aren't feeling well. You don't realize what they've had to endure.
Right. So it gives you a perspective, right?
Yeah. Very good. You would not like it. There's blood. There's body parts. We saw a live birth.
Oh.
Saw a tube coming out of a weenie. There's just a lot of
Yikes. Okay. I'm going to say hard pass for Lauren. Just going to stick to my Bridgerton show.
Oh, I finished Bridgerton. Yeah, I finished Bridgerton. I finished
Lincoln Lawyer,
Heated Rivalry, and Lincoln Lawyer. So I'm really caught up on all my shows. Recommend all of them to everybody. They're all amazing.
That's what surgery's for, right?
Bridgerton. I don't want to give any spoilers to anyone who isn't watching, but I'm loving this season so far.
Okay, so I couldn't say because I think I'm just so exhausted the time I sit on the couch and we watch a show. And I also am barely eating, so I don't have like that energy, right?
Yeah.
I crash. I keep falling asleep. So I got to watch it.
You got to. It's a good love story.
So.
All right, what's your Rose?
Well, I went for a run.
Look at you.
For the first time in a long time. And it felt really good. I went for a run yesterday. It was warm, finally, and the roads are not so slushy. You could see some roads.
We say warm. It's like 35.
35. It's like hot.
Heat wave here.
We're sweating. So I went for a run, and it just felt really, really good to get out there, the fresh air, to move my body. And I haven't done it in a while because it's literally been negative and icy.
It's been terrible out.
With my Raynaud's, I literally can't.
Yeah.
And even when I got back from that run, I had to bundle up so bad. I only could do 2 miles, and I had to go home because my feet were going numb.
I'm sure, yeah.
But hey, it's still
a run.
Still a run.
A run's a run.
Kenzie was so happy. I had a walker before I came here today because Kenzie thought we were going for another run today.
Poor Fuchsie.
She was all excited. So that was my Rose.
Oh, it's a good one, Rue.
It was. All right. Well, before we get into today's episode, quick shout out to our sponsor, Cozy Earth, and a quick heads up.
Cozy Earth is lowering their base prices in March, which is amazing, but it also means that our discount is changing.
Right now, you can still get 41% off with our code IGG, but that ends February 28th. After that, the discount drops to 21%.
But even with the price change, our code will still be the best discount available.
If you've been thinking about upgrading your sleep, now's the time. Their bamboo sheets, towels, and loungewear are really our favorites.
Plus, there's a 100-night sleep trial and a 10-year warranty. Head to Cozy Earth and use code IGG to get 41% off through February 28th.
All right. Question for you.
I'm ready.
Have you ever had surgery and thought, why is this taking me so much longer than everyone else?
Yes.
Why am I still exhausted?
Yes.
Why am I still in pain?
Yes.
Why does my body feel like it just won't bounce back?
Yes, and yes to all of those questions.
Okay, I'm glad you had the answers.
Especially if you live with a chronic illness, recovery doesn't feel the same, and it doesn't look the same either.
Yes. And I think, especially Rome, it was very timing for us to talk about this today because here you are post-surgery, right? And literally living through it.
Yes.
And one of the things people don't talk about enough is that surgery, even minor surgery, is still trauma to the body. It's controlled trauma, yes, but your body still responds with inflammation and an immune response.
Yeah, your immune system basically shifts priorities. So it suppresses certain functions so it can focus all its energy on repairing tissue and keeping you stable.
And for someone who doesn't live with chronic illness, their immune system is kind of starting with a full battery going into surgery.
But if you live with any chronic illness or autoimmune disease, like IBD, diabetes, thyroid issues, chronic fatigue, your battery is already at 40%. So the recovery drain just hits harder.
And that's why people with chronic conditions often experience slower tissue repair, more fatigued, brain fog, longer inflammation, more swelling or pain, higher risk of infection. I mean, none of this is happening with
none of
you.
that hits home for me. But none of that means you're doing anything wrong, though. It means your body was already working overtime before surgery even happened. And let's add in, because this drives me nuts, what may be considered a minor surgery for most regular people is typically not minor for those of us living with chronic illness.
Right. It really isn't. It really isn't. And, healing requires coordination. Your immune system, if you think about, has to trigger inflammation, repair tissue, rebuild collagen, and all at the right time and in the right amounts. So it's this like crazy process that's going on in our bodies, right?
Yeah. Yes. But when you live with chronic illness and autoimmune conditions, that system can get confused.
No, never. Sometimes inflammation is too high. Sometimes repair signals are too weak. Sometimes circulation or nutrient absorption isn't ideal. And sometimes the body reacts more strongly to anesthesia or medications. So instead of the smooth step-by-step healing process, it can feel disjointed.
Right. It's like the construction crew shows up to fix a building, but half the workers are arguing with each other instead of actually repairing anything. Some are tearing things down, some are trying to rebuild, and nobody's really on the same page.
Like, get it together, right? And that can show up in ways listeners actually you might not recognize. Incisions can take longer to close. Stitches dissolving slowly, wounds reopening. I mean, you were just talking about, thankfully, it was just your glue coming off.
Luckily.
But persistent redness or swelling, scar sensitivity, inflammation that lingers longer than expected. Sometimes people are told everything looks fine, but their body doesn't feel fine, right?
That's a big one.
It is a big one.
And it can make you start questioning yourself, like, am I doing something wrong? Am I not resting enough? Am I being dramatic? Because you're comparing your healing to people who don't have the same internal battle happening.
Right. And that's the part that often gets missed. Autoimmune bodies aren't just healing from surgery. They're healing while also managing an immune system that's already misfiring. So it's not just recovering, it's recovering while regulating. And that experience can feel really isolating, especially when everyone else seems to be healing faster, bouncing back, going back to work, getting back to normal, and you're still in it. Like you, Rome, right? Still inflamed, still tired, still trying to catch up. And it doesn't mean your body is failing. It means it's working harder than people can see,
Right. Invisible.
Invisible. That's what we're living here. And this is where the research, ready for this? The research meets real life. Because, Rome, you're literally living this.
I am. And for me, recovery has almost never matched the timelines I was given. The fatigue lasts longer, the pain sticks around, and there's this emotional toll that comes with wondering, like, why is this harder for me? And after this last surgery, I kept waiting for that point where people say, oh yeah, day 3 was better, or by the end of the week, I felt like myself again. And it just didn't happen that way. Like, people kept asking how I was feeling, and I was like, getting better every day. Because, like, what else do you say, But my body felt heavy. Everything took more energy than it should have. Even sitting up, getting dressed, walking around the house, it felt like it required way more from me than I expected. And the fatigue wasn't just like, I need a nap, tired. It was like deep cellular exhaustion where your body just, you can feel that it's working overtime. And the pain lingered, not emergency level pain, but this constant like soreness and inflammation, this awareness that my body was still trying to catch up. But honestly, I think the hardest part was emotional because you start comparing, you start you hear other people say, oh, I bounced back, or it wasn't that bad. And you start wondering, if, like I said, if you're doing something wrong, if you're weaker, if you should be pushing yourself more. And I had to keep reminding myself, my body is not starting from the same baselines. I'm not walking into surgery with a full tank. I'm walking in already managing chronic illnesses, already managing inflammation, already managing fatigue. So of course recovery looks different. And there were moments I felt discouraged, frustrated, moments I felt like I was moving backwards instead of forward. But there were also moments where I realized my body was healing just on its own timeline, which is a slower one, a more complicated one, but still healing. And I think that's something that so many people with chronic illness live with after surgery, this constant tension between trusting your body and questioning it at the same time. And honestly, I'm only a little over a week out of surgery, and I'm still dealing with most of this. And I'll have a day where I feel great. And then by 4 p.m., bam, it hits me. I did too much. My body just wasn't ready for it. So we have one more week off. I need to listen to my body this week and continue to rest as much as possible.
Yes, Room. Yes. And this is the beautiful thing about this break, right? That it really just
that's why I timed surgery the way I did.
Right, to give yourself extra time, because you literally would have to go back to work tomorrow.
I wouldn't make it. Mm-hmm. There's no way.
Right. And now you have a whole other week to rest and recharge.
Thank God.
All right. Well, we kind of also have to talk about something else huge, that healing isn't just physical. It's, as you mentioned, emotional, mental, and social too. Mm-hmm. There's strong research showing that stress hormones, especially cortisol, directly slow healing. Mm-hmm. They affect human function, inflammation, sleep quality, and how well tissue repairs. Yeah. So when we talk about recovery, we're not just talking about stitches and medications. We're talking about the entire environment a person is healing inside of, which makes so much sense.
Yes. And if you live with chronic illness, your baseline stress is already higher. Your body is already managing symptoms, unpredictability, medical decisions, fatigue. Then surgery gets layered on top of that. And suddenly there's fear, uncertainty, financial pressure, time off of work, childcare, responsibilities at home. And it's not just recover and rest, because life is still happening.
Yes. And two people can have the exact same surgery, same procedures, same surgeon, same discharge instructions, and heal completely differently depending on the support around them. So, the person who feels safe, supported, and cared for often heals faster than the person who's in survival mode, trying to hold everything together. Mm-hmm. We said that, like, you got to come home and you have Anthony here living with you, right? Yeah. And like a supportive spouse,
Makes a difference.
Honestly, if this was pre-Anthony, you'd probably, you would need Aunt Tony.
I don't know what I would do. Oh my God.
You'd have to didn't you go recover at your mom's house?
Yeah, but at that time, my mom could walk Rena. Like, my mom can't walk Rena anymore. So we would have to be hiring dog walkers, and it would be such a chaotic train wreck.
Right. So it shows, like, sometimes you just can't help your situation, right? And what's going on in your life. And that really impacts it.
But for those who don't have that, survival mode is real. And I am having a little bit of survival mode, because it's the person who's worried about losing their job, the person who still has to cook for their family, the person who doesn't have anyone checking in, the person who feels like they have to be strong and not complain, which I know you and I are both like that. Mm-hmm. We might not want to admit it, but
yeah.
And that nervous system state matters, because when your body feels unsafe, it stays on high alert, and a body on high alert has a harder time healing.
Yes. Yes. So many yeses. And support doesn't have to be dramatic or perfect either. It's the small things, just someone helping with meals, that emotional reassurance. Like, anytime you need to talk to somebody, right? Like, whether it be in person or on the phone, that works. Validation instead of minimization, getting real rest. Yeah. Fewer decisions to make, and someone saying, I've got this. You just focus on healing. Mm-hmm. That's so huge.
It is huge. And I want to speak directly to the caregivers for a minute, the partners, the family members, the people living in the home with someone recovering, because this is important and it matters more than people realize. We just talked about this and how it affected me.
Yeah.
When someone with chronic illness looks better, it doesn't mean their body is done healing. It doesn't mean they suddenly have the same energy, capacity, or resilience is before surgery. And if you ease up on support too quickly, if the house starts getting messy, if responsibilities quietly shift back, if the expectation becomes, you're fine now, that creates stress. And people like Lauren and me,
oh boy,
we will push. We will start doing things that we shouldn't. We will clean, we will cook, we'll overextend, not because we're ready, but because we feel guilty. Yeah. We don't want to be a burden. We can't handle the mental stress of things piling up. We know it needs to get done, and that stress alone can slow healing.
Yes, and one of the most powerful things a caregiver can do is check in, honestly, gently, and say, hey, be honest with me. Where are you at in your healing right now? And then actually allow the answer to be, I need more time. I mean, I can so connect with just this communication piece. I literally just had this conversation with Sean 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I broke down crying. And yes, I'm not recovering from surgery, but I'm at a point where like I'm not in a good mental space, you know, about how I'm feeling and the fact that I'm not eating. Yeah. And I just broke down crying. And that I just needed to tell him, like, I need your help, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can't do this by myself right now, or whatever I was saying to him. And I think that really is important, to be able to just communicate how you're feeling, you know, and say it without having the response to be frustration or pressure, you know, and without the sense that they're holding everyone back, you know.
Yeah. And yes, it's hard for caregivers too. You might be working all day and then coming home to take care of the house. You may feel stretched thin. You may feel tired, overwhelmed, even resentful sometimes. And those feelings are human. But supporting someone through recovery means recognizing that this isn't forever. It's a season.
Yeah, like we talked about. It's a season.
And it's a season where your loved one truly needs you to carry more so their body can heal.
And when someone feels supported instead of rushed, safe instead of pressured, or cared for instead of guilty, their nervous system softens and healing happens more fully. Literally, the day I cried to Sean, the next day I woke up, I went for a run, and I had like a whole shift in my inner well-being. And it's all because of that communication piece, right?
It is huge.
And the support.
And I think this last piece I wanted to say ties in with communication. I think one of the most important things is giving someone space to say, this is hard, without someone jumping in with, at least it's over. It could be worse. You're so strong. You'll bounce back in no time, because toxic positivity doesn't help people heal. Feeling safe does.
Or may I get a punch in the face? No, just kidding.
Exactly. Feeling believed does. Feeling like you don't have to perform strength while your body is trying to recover. That's what allows the nervous system to soften enough for healing to actually happen.
Yes, and that's something medicine doesn't always measure, but it absolutely impacts the outcome for sure. So, as we close up here today, if you take one thing from this episode, let it be this: recovery is not a race.
Nope.
It is not. There is no gold medal, even though we're in the Winter Olympics currently. There is no gold medal for pushing through pain. There is no prize for healing the fastest.
No, and your timeline is valid, even if it's slower than you expected, even if it looks different than everyone else's, even if some days feel like you're moving backward instead of forward.
Support matters more than people realize. Feeling safe, feeling cared for, feeling like you don't have to do it all alone. That changes how the body heals.
And self-compassion is part of healing. Not just medication, not just rest, but the way you talk to yourself when your body isn't doing what you hoped it would.
You're not weak for needing more time.
You're not imagining what your body is going through.
And your body isn't broken.
Recovery with chronic illness is different, not wrong. It's slower, it's layered, it's complicated, but it's still healing.
And you deserve patience from others and from yourself.
So true.
So true.
All right, before we say goodbye, we need to talk about our sponsor, Cozy Earth. If you are ready to upgrade your sleep, your space, and your everyday comfort, head to CozyEarth.com and use our code IGG at checkout for the best discount you can find out there.
And are you loving the podcast? The best way to show it is by leaving a 5-star rating and a few kind words. It helps us to keep growing and reaching others who need to hear they're not alone.
And be sure to join our email list. The link to sign up is in the show notes or in our bio on any of our social media platforms. Being a part of our email list is the best way to stay up to date on new episodes, special guests, recipes, book recs, and so much more.
You can also connect with us anytime on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, or Facebook. Just search I've Got Guts Podcast or email us directly at ivegotgutspodcast@gmail.com.
Thanks so much for being here and for being part of this community. We're so grateful for you.
Keep going,
Keep growing,
and always remember, you've got guts.